So, recently, my first Game Jam Summer 2023 happened. If you're wondering what the Game Jam is, it's an event where people compete to make a game with a given theme as fast as possible in a predetermined amount of time. The time frame can range anywhere from a few hours to a week or even a month. This one started on July 22nd and lasted 2 weeks. What differentiated it from other jams is its focus on learning. The games weren't judged and the goal was to learn something new, whether that was a game engine, making music, creating art, or even a new game genre. Since I'm horrible at coding and my game wouldn't be judged, I decided to join in and attempt to make my first game. Okay, it's July 23rd and the theme should be already released. So the theme is cycles, and I have no idea what I'm doing. Since this is my first, hopefully completed game, I decided to make it a platformer, after getting the window to pop up and making it so that you can actually close the game without crashing the whole computer. I went on to designing the player. By now, an idea in my brain has formed. The game was going to be about an alien that starts on a post-apocalyptic planet. He has to find all the keys, collect them, thus opening the doors that stood in his way to the rocket, and fly off into space. You might think it's like every platformer out there. It's not. In the corner of the screen sits a timer. Once the time hits 0, the level and player position resets. The goal is to find the optimal route in as few resets as possible and complete the level. This should hopefully make the levels more challenging and exciting for those who dare to play this game. One playthrough up to the point of the level resetting is called a cycle, by the way, hence Cycle Runner. Okay, back to the development. I started off by making the background a yellowish color. Then I began drawing some art for the player. I wanted the player to look very dark and somewhat creepy. But what I got instead reminded me of something. After making so that the player shows up on the screen, I implemented left-right movement and gravity. I wish I could say it was a glide, but I'd be lying if I did. Okay. In the meantime, I got the keys and doors to work. I didn't catch that on camera sadly, so you have to take my word for it. Safe to say I got pretty tired from this, even though I didn't crunch a lot. And so, I decided to hit the sack. Then I woke up a full week later and the jam was ending in 7 days. Nice. After drawing the clock, or timer, sprites and clock and sprites, and implementing them in code, I was on to the level design engine. This was going to be difficult. But finally, okay, time was running out and I still had a lot to do. With some inspiration, I began drawing some art for the rockets. You will enter them to complete the level. They are kind of important because otherwise you can't, beat the game. Then I flawlessly put the rockets into the game. Yeah. Now it was time to make the rockets fly away when the player touches them, and also make the world shake upon rocket launch. As always, I had coded these features flawlessly and without a single bug. Okay. Turns out all I needed to fix this is to shift this line a bit to the left. Nice. I needed to get some music done for the game too. Music is very important, and that is why instead of making it, I proceeded to play with Boska Soil for approximately 4 hours. It wasn't all for nothing though. I discovered something a bit suspicious. After all that, I decided to use someone else's music. I chose Eric's Skiff's Underclocked. His tunes sound amazing, so you should definitely check him out. Then I worked on button art for main menu and level selection screen. I added the game title, the play and exit buttons, the back button, and the buttons for selecting levels. I was going to add an animation of a small rocket landing on the game title, but I was short on time so I cut the feature. Now I was on to laying out the buttons and assembling the GUIs. After that I had to go out, but I spent the little free time I had to design some levels on my phone. When I got back, I imported them to GIMP, fixed some issues and finished the game. With minutes to spare, 1 day and 6 hours to be exact, I created the page for the game, uploaded my project to itch.io, submitted it to the jam and called it a day. It turns out, my game had a lot of bugs. Who would have thought? After the jam has ended, I did some bug fixing to bring it to a playable state. While doing so, I also added the bug that crashes the game on the last level, so you couldn't actually beat the game. Nice. After fixing that issue, the game was complete. So, this is where I'm at right now. If you want to play the game, the link to its page is in the description. You can also look for it by searching Cycle Runner on itch.io. If you enjoyed the video, consider giving it a like. If you enjoyed my storytelling, you can also subscribe. That's all, thanks for watching.